In the last chapter we have the rain god revealed, Zaza, the biggest fear of Kilihan. But this Zaza is in the Kilihan vision. This is the idea that the celestial dragons have about the rain god. It's possible that even the powers and the original form is not what we see here. But based on what we have, where could this power be actually? And if I tell you that this power is actually with one of the Straw Hats. So stay there and let's see everything about Zaza, the rain god. Before we start, we separate in two hypotheses. So this power can be in a fruit or an inherent power like Poseidon that goes between the maid princess. It can be passed through like an ancient weapon or whatever. So if it is a natural power, we have two options that could have this power, Nami and Vivi. So the first one, we go with Nami. We don't have many elements that tell us that it is possible, but we have a few. We have when Nami was a baby, she was saved by Belmer. There is a rain there, and we had there the onomatopoeia about Zaza, because Zaza in Japanese is the onomatopoeia for the rain sound, but we have in other moments of the manga too, so it's not exclusive to Nami, so it means nothing. We also know that Nami has a stronger relation with the climate, the weather. She can feel the weather in a strange way that no one can, not even Roger's crew or Shank's crew. We saw that she is the only one that we see in the whole series able to do that. And we also still have a whole mystery about Nami's lineage, like her family, her parents. We don't know about that, like her true parents, because Belmer is not a blood parent. Maybe we just don't need it. It's not important to the series. We can have something in the future telling us about this, about Nami's family, but we don't need to. If it stays like it is now, it's fine. We don't really need more background for Nami. So the second option that we have for a natural power is Vivi. We have some interesting elements in the manga. In Alabasta arc, we had the rain starting when Vivi says they stop the war, they listen her, it starts to rain. Actually, we know that it started to rain because Smoker used the dance pounder, but it can be a foreshadowing from Oda, showing us in that moment it didn't happen because of Vivi's power, it was just because Smoker, but can be a reference showing to us that she has something special. If Vivi has this power, it also gives a reason for Imu wanting her. We don't know why, but we saw in the last chapters that Imu is going for Vivi, he wants her for some reason, and so it would explain. We have the theory that they may be a couple in the past or Vivi Joy Boy, but it doesn't make sense with One Piece. We don't really have this kind of romance in One Piece, so it doesn't fit. So it would give a better reason for that, for Imu wants Vivi, because she has the power of one of the four gods. It would also be a power-up for Vivi, so she can join the crew again, because as we saw, she sent a message through the journal to the Straw Hats, and she's probably going back to the crew for some time, at least until everything be revealed about her father, about Imu. If she's really going to rejoin the Straw Hats, she will need a power-up, because the way she is now is too weak, is too fragile to protect her, it's too hard to protect her. She would need a power-up, and this is the perfect power-up for her. That would be something like Poseidon. She has some power, it's not like a fruit, a Lugia, she cannot turn into water, but she would have some special power, specific ability for something, probably summon rains or control it, not the water itself like we see. I also saw in Reddit they talking about the names of Vivi, Zaza and Lily and Titi, because they have repeated syllables, but I don't really see a great sense on that, so yeah, but it's one more thing if you believe in this theory. The patron of the names are the same. If this power is like Poseidon, it's passing to the princess of the royal family of the Fishman Island, in this case would be the royal family of Alabasta, it would explain why they built a palace in that high, because remember, the palace is high actually 800 years before, the sea level was 200 meters lower, so the palace was 200 meters higher. So think like the palace was built in at least 250 meters above the sea level at this time. And 800 years ago, we don't know how much lower the sea was before it, because the palace was built 4,000 years ago, so maybe the sea was even lower, so the palace would be even higher. And it would explain, they built the palace because they knew this power of the rain, and not just this power that increased the sea level, but some other powers that could increase the sea level, so they built a very high palace to protect their family and their country in the future. I think this is the best two options if this power is a natural power, an inherent power, but what if it is a fruit? I think that if it is a fruit, we just have one good option actually. that is Dragon. We know that Dragon is very related to like storms and winds because of Logtown and some other appearance like when she goes to the Great Terminal, but I don't believe in that really, because when he went to save Sabo in the Great Terminal, in the Goa Island, he could save everyone if he used his power to summon a rain that would put out the fire. But he didn't, so maybe he's just wanting to hide his powers, but I think if he had this kind of power, the world government would know, I believe. Because he is not like Loki that was hidden in an island, he is attacking the world government, he is commanding the biggest army that is going against the world government, so I believe that Imo would already know who has this power. Just remember that Dragon can also have the wine fruit, the Logia wine fruit. It's more probably to have this one than Zaza fruit. It's not impossible. The same thing that happened to Nami happened to him, like the onomatopoeia of Zaza, the sound of the rain, when he was in Logtown. So this onomatopoeia doesn't mean too much. Both have them, Nami and Dragon. So is more for the rain than for the characters itself. If it is a fruit and it is not with Dragon, we have one more option. It's possible, I don't believe on it, but I saw some people talking about it in the Reddit, so it has a chance. It's not high, but has a chance. That this fruit can be with the Marine, with the world government. Maybe they are keeping this fruit locked for safety. It is possible, but would not make sense. Killian fears it if they have it. You understand what I mean? But it's an option. Maybe they have the fruit and they locked it so no one can use it. And just one more thing, if Dragon has the fruit, he knows what the fruit is about. He knows that the fruit is a god fruit. It's not like Luffy that has the Nika fruit and didn't know. If Dragon has this fruit, he knows, for sure. But if someone else has this fruit, it's possible that they don't know. They just think that is a rain fruit or a wine fruit, or we don't know what the fruit does. It's also possible it can be with the man marked by flames, but we know nothing about him. So everything new that appears is possible to be with him, to be him, because we know nothing about him. But it has a small chance. If I need to guess, I would say that Vivi has this power, because she's going to rejoin the Straw Hats and she will need a power-up, so this is the perfect power-up, and would give a reason to Imo going after her. So would be perfect, it would fit in the history, so my guess is that Vivi has this power. How? I don't know. The same way that Poseidon power goes to the princess, would be the same with Alabasta, with Zaza power, or whatever. The strange thing is that Nika is a god, but he has a fruit, so this god should also be a fruit. We don't know, but for now I would guess that Vivi has this power. And if it is a fruit, maybe Vivi eats it. It's possible too. Why? I don't know. When? I don't know. Where she'll get the fruit? We don't know. But that's it. If it is an inherent power, it's with Vivi, and if it is a fruit, it's more likely to be with Dragon. I don't like it, but it's more probably. So that's the video. Comment below which option you like most. This power be with Nami, so she can have one more power up, to be with Vivi, so she can rejoin the Straw Hats, with Dragon, or someone else, like the man marked by flames. I saw some people saying that the Admiral that was killed by rocks, that he was not killed and he has this power. Like, everything's possible, but some doesn't really make sense. So comment which one you prefer. Give a like in the video if you like it. It really helps a lot. You can also subscribe. That's it. Thank you to watching until here, and see you in the next video.